Hello everyone, it's me again, it's Michelle. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Black Pinups. Having a hard time getting that out today. I'm a little on the tired side, but so today I am bringing you on part of the series what I recommend books. So today what I recommend are a few books, and I recommend The Secret. So this book has changed my life a lot. I first saw it when I was with my dad. He had The Secret book and DVD. And I'm like, what's the big deal about this? I had, I think I bought, no, back up. He had it, and I moved to North Hollywood with the book, yes. And because I bought the book, so I moved to North Hollywood with it, and I just read it. But it resonated with me because it's a lot of what my mom was telling me, but I didn't listen to. Because she's like, what'd you think about you bring about? I'm like, whatever that means. So I took it with me to California, and I did do some manifesting, which is where you think about something that you want, and you visualize it, you close your eyes and you think about it, or you just see it right there, and then you go about your day, and boom, there it is. It's like magic. But The Secret is a really great book because whatever you think about, you really have your intentions on, it will manifest, even if it's bad. So actually it's been crazy, but I'm more aware of what I think about now. There have been times where I have actually manifested roaches, which is really, it's really bad, but I was always creeped out by them. And so just last night, I would just see a roach on the wall. And when I was coming up the stairs to go into my apartment, what did I see? A roach on the wall. It was on the outside, but I thought about that because I was so creeped out by it, and I was so icked out by it because I thought about it so much, and I saw it. It appeared. Like, my apartment is spick and span clean. It is clear of all insects. But somehow that happened. Why? Because I thought about it. Now, that was the icky story. But now I have actually thought about how I wanted money. I wanted an extra $100, and I thought about it, and I visualized it. And then, boom, in my bank account, someone gave me $100. It wasn't that we've talked about it. It just appeared. I'm like, oh yeah, I gave you $100 just because I wanted to. I'm like, oh. Okay, so there's a lot of, The Secret is the law of attraction story, and it is about just believing what you want, holding it true in your heart, letting it go, as in don't obsess about it, and then it just happens. Sometimes it's instant, sometimes it happens within a week, but it does eventually happen. So I highly recommend that book. It will definitely change your life. A lot of it is biblical. It's not like a holy book, but a lot of what's in the Bible is in The Secret. It's just not quoting every single Bible scripture there is, but it is very real, and I live my life by this because a lot of what I wanted, I have my vision board. A lot of what I wanted, I'm sorry, vision wall. I have a vision wall, and a lot of what I wanted has actually appeared. So I highly recommend this book, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. I really recommend this book. It is a great book, and it will really change your life. And you'll start to hear yourself on how you sound and how you will want to change the way you talk. Like, oh, well, this will never happen to me. Like, I've gotten jobs by using The Secret, so I highly recommend it. Now, the next book is for my big sister, Janet Jackson. I met her in April 2011. Excuse me. And she signed it. And I told her that I have been a fan of hers since before I was born, and she laughed at me. So I'm a funny person because Janet Jackson laughed at me. But this book really, I love her. I can't tell you. I met her the night after her concert in California when I was living there. And it's just a lot about what she's gone through, what she thought of herself. You know, we all think that celebrities have this really great, perfect life. And she did not think that of herself. What we think of her, she did not think of herself. And she talks about why she thought that, and her eating disorder during the Janet era, and how she was unhappy. And that's why you had the Velvet Rope. That a lot of that was self-reflecting. And especially the song called You. It was about, you know, you're this one way when you're with all these people and your friends, but when you're by yourself, you're a completely different person. You don't value yourself. So she was just saying, you look in the mirror, and you know, you can't blame anyone but yourself for whatever has happened. And good gosh, this woman's amazing. It has to do also a lot with her body dysmorphia, about how she was never good enough, how she didn't like how she looked in the mirror, how she didn't think her body was great, and that's why she had the eating disorder of not eating. And she had an eating disorder, and excuse me. So she did have an eating disorder because she wanted to look this certain kind of way, because she didn't think that she was beautiful, which is insane because the woman's stunning. I would know. I've seen her in person. But it's a really great book, and it really just hit me to the core. And she's very positive about her experience. And you know, a lot of what she writes in her songs, that is her diary. So if we hear a song about, you know, not loving yourself, it's because that's what she was going through. If we hear a song about pain and heartache, it's because that's what she went through. And female empowerment is because she went through something, and she wanted to write about, you know what, I am a woman and I am better than what you think I am. So I highly recommend it. She talks about also her relationship with food, how, you know, when she's sad, she turns to food. When it's time for her to go on tour, she slims down, and all those things. So I highly recommend reading True You by Janet Jackson, because she's amazing. But it's a really great book. I'm not saying that because I'm a humongous fan of her, but it really is a good book. And I think it also went to it did go to number 1 on the, see, she's amazing like that. But it really is a good book, so I recommend it. Now, the last books that I recommend are, hold on, Chocolate Cheesecake. This is written, well, it's not written, it's by Ernest Cox. He's got a PhD. So it's just a picture book of gorgeous black pinups. And it has, each photographer has their own set of beautiful black pinups. So I recommend this book. There isn't any text or anything. It's just beautiful pictures. So Miss Missy, she's amazing. She's a great photographer, and this is one of my favorite photos of Bella Nightmare. It's a classic picture that I have seen with the Kehoe. It's actually from a drawing, a pinup drawing. I think it was called Titter. And they would do that. They would draw these. So you know the history of pinups. Well, if you don't know the history of pinups, they would take ladies, they would dress them up, and they would pose. And so what the person would do, Vargas, he would draw the pinups, and he would make them more rosier, more rosy cheeks, more curvier, and more doll-like. Actually, this is based off of a real life, this is a real person, but they just drew them. So she didn't look exactly like this. Her cheeks weren't exactly as rosy. Her lipstick may not have been exactly red, but that's how they drew them. So that's why I like what Miss Missy did with Bella Nightmare, because that was based off of a photo that was drawn, and she recreated it. So it's just a lot of different pinups. They're black pinups, but they're also Afro-Latino pinups and mixed biracial pinups. This is Bad Lola. So this is just a beautiful coffee table book of pinups that you can have. I have it in my office on a stand right next to my Black Pinups magazine. And he's also working on a third book. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same, but this is also more. It's Chocolate Cheesecake too. So, and this is my girl. She's my 6th cover model, Jenny Rue. So I recommend it. It's just really nice to have on your coffee table. It's nice to look at. So this is Angela Morales Photography. And she did my girl, 5th cover model, Donna Denise, who is a burlesque performer from out of Dallas. Donna's awesome. You see that? She's known as having the best breasts of burlesque. Yes. You know that thing that guys can do with their chests? She can do that. She's amazing. And she's so sweet. So those are the books that I recommend. You can find all these books on Amazon.com. I bought Janet Jackson in the store when she was there. But all these books you can buy on Amazon.com. If you like the chocolate cheesecake book, he's making a 3rd book. I hope I can be in it. I hope I can submit my pictures and they accept it. We'll see. But speaking of black pinup books, I am writing a book about black pinups, and I'm working on it now, so it is in progress. So that will be coming out, not right now, but it'll be coming out. I can't give you a timeline because I'm still writing it. So, well, I hope you enjoy this video. Like, comment, or subscribe. And I will work to have 2 to 3 videos a week. This week is just 2. So, but I hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you later.